This conference will now be recorded.
All righty. We're recording the conference so that we can put it on our website, and anybody who's not here tonight will get a chance to see the show. The second thing I'm going to remind everybody about is the importance of keeping your microphones muted until it's your turn to talk. So that allows us to keep all the background noises down, and it also helps with the sound, and we can hear everybody. And then the third thing, and my favorite part, is when I get to introduce our hostess. So before I go any further, I want to say what an amazing young lady she is. She absolutely embodies and lives the Wood Lanes mission, which is to support, empower, and inspire people. It's my pleasure to introduce to you Miss Kim Paxton.
Thank you. Emily, I just texted you Christina's email because she's asking for the link.
Okay, I'll take care of that. Thank you.
Thank you. So welcome to the Konnect with Kim show. Thank you for being here tonight. It's a great way to get together in this virtual format. We hope you enjoy the show. We share conversations, news you can use, and have fun. So I want to welcome Kaitlan, who's new to the Konnect with Kim show. And so I'll explain how we got the Konnect with Kim show going, Kaitlan. So this happened during the pandemic. It's one of my people first projects that we all were doing at the time. So mine was I wanted to stay connected to everybody through the pandemic. And so me, Emily, and Rhonda all got together and came up with the name Konnect with Kim. So that's how we got the name from our show. So I would like to thank Rhonda and Emily since they're both on the show tonight. So we're going with our motivational message. So we have an outline that we go by, Kaitlan, every week.
You don't have to tell anybody that.
Okay, well,
That's our secret.
Okay, well, nobody else knows. So the things everyone should realize is that the key to happiness is being happy by yourself and for yourself. So we all gotta stay happy, even though this pandemic's hurting everybody. So I think Emily had a game there. It's called Pancakes and Waffles. We played that last week. So yeah. Shelly, if Neil's around, you can pull him in for a game.
Oh, all right.
So it's so I'll have Emily explain that game.
Yes. All righty. Back by popular demand. The game is called Pancakes versus Waffles. So, and the way this game is kind of like a King of the Hill kind of a game. All right. But before I go any further, I'm going to explain how we play and everything. But the first thing I need to do is get information from each one of you. So tonight we are going to ask you a specific question and have you respond to it. And the only rule really is that we can't have the same answer more than one time. Okay? So if someone has already said your answer, we're going to ask you to come up with your second best answer. Okay? All right. So here's your question for tonight. What we want you to tell us is to name your all-time favorite movie. Your all-time favorite movie. All righty. So I am going to start with Kim.
I like Radio is my favorite.
Okay. Radio it is. All right, Shelly. You're next.
A Beautiful Mind.
Oh, okay. And Alan.
Smokey and the Bandit.
Oh. That's a good one. All righty, Miss Kaitlan.
Oh, all the Lord of the Rings movies.
What? Say it again. Caitlin, can you say that again? Oh, I think she may have froze, huh?
Yeah.
Okay,
Camille
well,
does your one.
I think she said all of the Lord of the Rings. All right,
Yes.
that's a little bit iffy because I need her to pick just one movie, but we'll come back to her. I think she's got to connect with us again here. So we'll come back. All right, next up is Stephanie.
Oh my goodness, I cannot really think of one, but as I was just unmuting myself, we always loved when Sound of Music would come on, and then because we didn't have a lot of channels back then, so then we would play Maria and all of the Von Trapps at recess the next day. So I'm going to go with Sound of Music.
All righty. Okay, Dennis, your turn. What's your all-time favorite movie?
Dukes of Hazzard.
Okay. All righty, Dukes of Hazzard. And Christy, what is your all-time favorite movie?
Air Bud.
Okay. Air Bud it is. Now we'll go to Chris. Chris, what's your all-time favorite movie?
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man?
Hmm?
Spider-Man? All righty, Rhonda, you're up next.
When a Man Loves a Woman.
Okay. And Neil, your turn.
Neil.
Oh boy.
Yep, Neil's turn. Neil's turn.
Yeah, I'm thinking here.
We don't have all night.
I know. Can't even think of a movie.
The Django, you like that one?
Yeah, I like watching Django. The Django. It's a good movie.
Okay. Django? Hi, Christina. Glad you can make it. All right. Well, so we want to tell you what we're doing real quick. We are playing a game that's called Pancakes versus Waffles. But the first thing we do, I need to get some information from you. And so what I want to ask you to do is to tell me what is your all-time favorite movie. All right. So think about that. I'm going to go to Ryan now, and then we'll come back to you. Okay. All right, Ryan, what's your all-time favorite movie?
Hold on. Give me a second. I'm hearing something in the kitchen, so give me a second.
Okay.
There. The Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the Year?
Yeah.
Okay. And Christina, are you ready to tell us your all-time favorite movie? Can you? Uh-oh, I can't hear her. Huh? I can see that your lips are moving, but I can't hear what you're saying. Maybe something going wrong with her connection, maybe?
The Wi-Fi.
Maybe the Wi-Fi? You know what helps sometimes, Christina, if you're having a hard time with the
Hi.
connection, if you turn off your camera, then sometimes that helps. So we can hear you, but we might not be able to see you. But that sometimes helps with the connection. All right. And we'll come back to you in just a second. But I'll just share mine real quick. My all-time favorite is The Wizard of Oz. Okay. How about you, Christina? Your all-time favorite movie? One more time. Can you say it for us? Did anybody hear what she was saying?
No.
Oh, darn.
Can you
All right,
type it
we'll
in the
keep trying, okay? We'll keep trying. So, okay, so here's how we play this game. We start, the first round is always pancakes versus waffles, and everybody chooses their favorite. You get to vote. You do pick vote for pancakes or would you vote for waffles? So the winner of that moves on to the next round. And then that competes against one of the answers that you gave me. And then the winner of that round keeps moving on until we've gone through all the rounds. And then we have a champion, a King of the Hill. Tonight, we'll see if we can come up with, the King of the Hill will be the all-time favorite movie in this group.
Do we
Kind
have
of,
our
sort
buddy
of, anyway.
Finn? We don't have Finn this time with us.
Nope. He probably had a movie made about him, didn't he?
Yeah.
No.
He's watching
Okay, so
TV.
here we go. With just a show of hands, would you vote for pancakes? Raise your hand if you vote for pancakes. Raise your hand if you vote for waffles. All right, waffles win that round. Waffles move on. All righty, so this round is waffles versus The Sound of Music. You vote for waffles? Raise your hand. I'll vote for waffles. So 4 for waffles. Raise your hand. 5 for waffles. All righty. All right, you can put your hands down. That's 6. Raise your hand if you vote for The Sound of Music. But you can't vote twice. I see some people putting their hands up twice, okay? You only vote once. That looks like 5, 6. Okay. Ooh, could it be a tie? Yeah, we have 12 people.
You might have to flip a coin, Emily.
Or did everybody vote? We have to, it has to be, everybody has to vote, okay? Make sure everybody votes. Let's try it one more time. What's that? Melissa?
He wants to know
Oh.
why isn't Melissa here?
I don't know. I don't know. You know, and then we're gonna keep playing the game, Chris. Yep. So sometimes we might have a tie. We'll have to, hopefully that doesn't happen, but let's try it one more time. So show your hands and make sure you put your fingers right in front of the camera so I can see them, okay? And just vote one time each round. All right, you voting for waffles, raise your hand. Okay, and I voted for waffles. So that's, wait, okay, keep them up there. 7, 6 waffles. Okay, raise your hand if you vote for Sound of Music. Ryan, did you vote? You're voting for Sound of Music? Okay, so it's 6-5. Waffles move on in that round. Waffles are moving on. All right. Waffles versus the Dukes of Hazzard. Waffles were versus the Dukes of Hazzard. So raise your hand if you vote for waffles. Put your fingers right in front of the camera so I can see. Okay, so that's 6. Raise your hand if you vote for Dukes of Hazzard. Uh-oh, Waffles wins. Waffles is moving on. Okay, hey, Ryan, are you gonna vote? Did Ryan go away? I think so. He's not there. Christina, can you hear us okay?
Yes,
I see you there. Okay, good. Yeah, that's a better connection. Thanks
I'm
for
using
doing
my
that.
phone.
Awesome. Okay, so do you understand how we do this? It's just a
No.
quick little game. We say 2 things and you vote, of those 2 things you vote for, which one is your favorite? Okay?
Okay.
All right, so can you tell us your all-time favorite movie before we keep going? Because we want to get your information in here.
Mean Girls.
Okay. All righty, we got it. So this is interesting. We've got waffles are winning so far. None of the movies are holding up here, so let's keep going. We've got waffles versus Spider-Man. Waffles versus Spider-Man. Raise your hand if you vote for waffles. I'm going to vote for waffles. That's 8. Okay, put your hand down now. Raise your hand if you vote for Spider-Man. 6. Oh, it's waffles. 8-6. Waffles is moving on. Oh, goodness. All righty, here's our next one. Waffles versus Smokey and the Bandit. Waffles versus Smokey and the Bandit. Okay, raise your hand if you vote for Waffles. That's 7 there. Raise your hand if you vote for Smokey and the Bandit. 3, 4, 5, 6. Ryan, did you vote? Okay. Christina, did you vote?
Yes.
Okay, it's 7-6. Waffles. Waffles move on again. Almost, you guys. Will anything take over? I don't know. Let's keep going. We'll see. We've got now Waffles versus Airbud. Waffles versus Airbud. Raise your hand if you vote for Waffles. 4 for, oh, wait a minute. Okay, get your hands up there. Here we go. Waffles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for Waffles. All righty, put your hands down. Raise your hand if you vote for Airbud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Waffles it is. Waffles is moving on. Oh, goodness. I don't know, you guys. This time the round is Waffles versus, you can put your hands down now. We're going on. All righty. Waffles, they're trying to rig it maybe over there in the storage house. I don't know. Okay, Waffles versus Lord of the Rings. Waffles versus Lord of the Rings. All right, raise your hand if you're voting for Waffles. Eight for Waffles. Raise your hand if you're voting for Lord of the Rings. Oh no, one hand, Miss Caitlin. One hand, I saw that. Well, Waffles? Woo! I don't know. Waffles moves on. Next, we have Waffles versus A Beautiful Mind. Waffles versus A Beautiful Mind. Raise your hand if you're voting for Waffles. 7. Oh, now look in the storage house. That's crazy. 7 for Waffles. Raise your hand if you're voting for A Beautiful Mind. 2, 3, 4, 5. Uh-oh, Waffles keeps moving on. Waffles it is. Waffles keeps going. This time it's going to be Waffles versus When a Man Loves a Woman. All right. Raise your hand if you're voting for Waffles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I gotta stop laughing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep your hands up for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, Waffles wins. Sorry, Rhonda. Okay, now next in the next round, we've got Waffles versus Django. Oh, let's go see. Here comes the truth here. Waffles versus Django. Raise your hand if you're voting for Waffles. Okay, 8 for Waffles. Raise your hand if you're voting for Django. 2, 3, 4, 5 for Django. So Waffles, I don't know, you guys. It's getting towards the end here. I don't think anything's going to take it down, but let's see what happens next. All right, next we have Waffles versus Rookie of the Year. Waffles versus Rookie of the Year. Raise your hand if you're voting for Waffles. Hey, Ryan, that was your movie. You're not even going to vote for it? I guess not. Okay, Waffles. Raise your hand if you vote for Waffles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for Waffles. Raise your hand if you're voting for Rookie of the Year. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, keep it going. Waffles. We've got a couple more rounds we got here. Waffles versus Radio. Waffles versus Radio. All right, raise your hand if you're voting for Waffles. I'll go for waffles. Oh, 8 for waffles. Raise your hand if you're voting for radio. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 for radio. Waffles it is. Waffles it is. Couple more rounds here. Waffles versus Mean Girls. Waffles versus Mean Girls. Raise your hand if you're voting for waffles. Oh, it's unanimous. Raise your hand if you're voting for Mean Girls. Did we get a vote for? Oh, we do. Okay, so sorry. Raise your vote. Yeah, Mean Girls. Vote for Mean Girls. Okay, all righty. Waffles still carried that round. All right, this is it, the final round. I don't know, I'm not holding out much hope, but here we go. Waffles versus the Wizard of Oz. What, Rhonda? What? No Wizard of Oz? The witch was too scary? Or was it Toto? The witch? All right, raise your hand if you're voting for waffles. Okay. Raise your hand if you're voting for the Wizard of Oz. Waffles it is. Waffles wins the whole game. Oh my goodness. Now, you know what? I have to tell you, I've never played this game where the waffles beat the other thing or the pancakes. So it's an interesting game we played here. So thanks for playing. All right, I turn it back over to Kim.
So announcements we have, Super Bowl is coming up. Tampa Bay versus Kansas City. Tell us who your favorite quarterback is in the game. Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes?
Hey, Neil. Tom Brady's mine. Mark that down.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so
Yep,
let's
Tom
do this.
Brady.
Brian, since you were the first one to answer, you pick the next person, and each time you pick
Oh,
a person,
Rhonda.
and then that person will answer, and then that person will pick somebody, and we'll just keep going like that.
Hey,
So,
Rhonda.
who's
I'm
your
picking
favorite
you.
quarterback? Go ahead, Ryan. And you can
There
say
is
pass if you want.
pass. I'm
Yeah.
a shopper, not a sports watcher.
All right, go ahead and pick somebody, Rhonda.
Okay.
Come on, Shelly.
I would have to say this household is a Brady fan. Okay, who do we want to pick?
Brady.
No, who are we
Dennis.
picking next to
Oh, yeah, pick Dennis.
Dennis, you're up.
Tom Brady. I pick Stephanie.
Okay, I can only remember Tom Brady's name. What's the other's name?
Patrick Mahomes.
All right, can I vote Terry Bradshaw?
That's an 80s name, Stephanie.
All right, the name I can't remember because I'm not a Tom Brady fan.
Really, Stephanie? Really?
Really?
Stephanie, I actually know that name. I know, yeah.
I'm so sorry.
So Ryan's going to throw some shade on you if you.
All those
Sorry,
years I
Ryan.
know you and you're picking. You should be ashamed of yourself, Stephanie.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I forgive you.
Thank you. Oh, I have to pick someone. Oh, Chris.
Yeah. Okay. What again?
What is that noise?
Oh. Kim.
Okay, the question is, who's your favorite quarterback that's playing in the Super Bowl on Sunday? Is it
What's his name?
Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes?
Father Mom. I bet Kim.
I would have to go with Patrick Mahomes.
Lord, Emily.
Okay, go ahead, Kim. Pick somebody.
Emily, I guess I'll go with you.
Okay, well, I'm going with Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda. Right? All right, and I will pick Christy.
Baby Yoda is so cute.
Yes. Well, maybe I better explain. I saw this meme that had Baby Yoda and Grandpa Yoda, and it was supposed to be Tom Brady versus Patrick Mahomes. So I picked Baby Yoda.
Tom Brady.
Good deal.
Hey, Emily.
Yes,
I just got a
Ryan.
question. What do you think the points? Who you thinks the score will be? That's the next question if we have time.
Okay, good idea. That's a great idea. We'll finish the quarterbacks and then we'll ask another question if we have time. All right, Christy, you get to pick somebody.
Who hasn't gone yet?
Let's see, Christina hasn't gone yet, and Alan hasn't gone yet, and Neil hasn't gone yet.
I think
Christina.
the Schwartz family is all for Tampa Bay, though, Emily, they said.
Oh, okay.
Christina.
I don't have one.
Okay, you can say pass if you want.
I'll say pass.
All right. All right, so pass, right? May the best team win. All right, Miss Kim, take it away.
Well,
And Ryan,
Caitlin
if we have time at the end, we'll come back with your question.
We haven't asked Caitlin who she's going for.
Well,
Caitlin.
my family is anybody that is not Tom Brady. So that's who we root for. But Peyton Manning's my favorite.
All right.
Okay, so get your COVID-19 vaccine. Every person served is eligible. You need to register at the Wood County Board of DD. Remember, masks are mandatory throughout Ohio. Wear your mask. Don't stay home. Do your part. It's not worth risking your life. And stay positive. Here are some suggestions for you to consider. Think about things that make you happy. Find a hobby that makes you happy. Think about all the things that you're grateful for. Always remain positive. So now it's time for my pleasure to welcome Kaitlan Sewell from our SSA department. And if you can tell us a little bit about your background and coming to the Wood County Board of DD.
Sure. Well, I actually blame Wood County for getting into the DD field because I was going to be a teacher. And I volunteered at Wood Lane and I've never looked back. So volunteered, graduated from college, was a Q for a while out in a different county, and then found my husband, got married, and moved back here. So I'm now back where I first started. It's really cool.
Well, thank you. So I have some questions that I'd like to ask you.
Okay.
Who is your hero and why?
So it's probably a little cliche, but my hero is my mom. So my mom has overcome so much. When I was in high school, they told us that she wasn't going to be here for very long. She had cancer. And so, we're now 10 years, a little over 10 years since they told us that. And she's doing what she loves, and she's a true warrior. So she's definitely my hero.
Moms are important heroes.
They are.
Since my mom never comes on a show, I would have to say Rhonda's my hero right now. So.
Aww.
See, you guys, I just touched Rhonda's heart. She's crying. What is your favorite type of music and favorite singer?
Oh, well, it's probably gonna be two. So my favorite type of music is classical music, and I really enjoy the soundtracks that they make for movies. So my favorite artist would have to be Bach and Beethoven. But for singer, it would definitely have to be Garth Brooks. So.
I like Garth. You got a favorite Garth Brooks song?
Oh, ain't going down till the sun comes up.
Amen. That's a good one. What makes you laugh the most?
Probably a lot of things, but I'm a big fan of like the wittier forms of humor, and it's mainly because cannot come up with it as much as other people can, so I really enjoy it. And I'm slightly biased because it's definitely my husband's form of humor. So.
Yeah, last week, Kristen V, who was our former guest, she told me that I make her laugh a lot, and I know Dennis always makes me laugh a lot.
Yeah. Well, I really enjoy our phone calls that we have.
Yeah.
Keeping me on track.
Yeah, making sure Caitlin's doing her job.
Yep.
Guys. What is your favorite vacation spot or favorite place that you have traveled?
My favorite place would have to be Hawaii. So I really enjoyed going to the islands and seeing all the beautiful types of trees and plants, and the beaches were amazing as well. So definitely my favorite place.
I want to go Hawaii.
Me too. It's going to be a while probably before I go back.
Well, Clint Corp told us that, if you know who he is, he told us that he was going to tell Brent that he needs to take everybody who was on the show when Clint was on to Disneyland, but that hasn't happened yet. So we're hoping.
We'll have to get on that then, huh?
Yeah, Stephanie said she would volunteer. And then, everybody's trying to get Action Club to go on these trips, So we're working on that one and People First trips, but that will happen someday. What song would you sing at karaoke night?
Oh, I would sing, that's a tough one. I think I would sing A Better Place by Rachel Platten. I don't know if you've heard that song. Yeah.
Yeah, I know who she is, a singer, but I haven't heard that song.
Yeah, I would definitely sing that one.
Brent told us once COVID is over, we can have a big old party on the campus.
Okay, deal.
Karaoke. So if you ever need any help, we would love to help you sing it.
Okay, I'll take you up on that, Kim.
I can get Mike Newsom playing the guitar for you on that song, but I can't. That's a song I don't sing. No. So
there you go. I think I'll probably guilt my husband into coming, and he can sing for me.
Okay,
Yeah.
sounds good. Think about your all-time favorite meal. If you could eat the same meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh, so can it be a meal with all of my favorite food? And then I can just like rotate it out, like have it on certain days. Would that count?
Yes, I'll make exceptions.
You'll make an exception for me.
Yes.
Probably pizza or shrimp, because you can cook them in so many different ways.
I love shrimp. When I was doing a script on Monday, I was telling Emily I would always have to have peanut butter because I could always eat like the whole jar of peanut butter. So I always have to have Jif creamy peanut butter right next to me.
I'm a crunchy peanut butter kind of girl.
Chunky.
Crunchy's good. If I have to eat it, I will. So, this isn't on the questions, but are you from like this, like Wood County area? Did you grow up in like this Wood County area?
No, I just grew up hopping, skipping, and jump over. I grew up over in Defiance, so not too far from here.
Okay. I know, right? Rare Defiances.
Yeah.
I used to
Yeah.
swim at YMCA. Me and Dennis did for Special Olympics.
Oh, nice. When I was in high school, we had a motivational speaker come over, and he called us the little grape of Ohio.
That's cool. Well, is there
Did you
anything
say the
else
little
you?
grape?
Yeah, the little grape, G-R-A-P. You know how New York's the Big Apple, then we're the little grape.
Oh.
Was there anything else you'd like to share with us?
No, I think I'm pretty good. Does anybody have any questions for me?
So we're gonna open that up to the audience because to see
Okay.
if they have any questions. Chris,
Hey, you have a dog?
I do have a dog. His
What
name is
kind?
Toby. Huh?
What kind?
He's a Brittany. Would you like to see him?
Yes.
All right. Toby! I think. Toby! Good boy. Come on. Oh.
Cute.
Aw.
Oh, cute.
Like,
Oh, oh, it is. Oh.
So that's Toby.
Toby's so cute.
Now, now,
Yes, Chris.
next Wednesday, I get my vaccine, my second one.
Okay.
I already got my first one.
I don't got mine yet, guys. Hopefully soon.
Didn't I, Emily?
Yeah, you did.
And I saw
That's a
you.
good thing. I
Emily,
saw you too.
Emily,
Yeah.
give me my
Okay.
second
Hold
one.
on. Wait. Oh, yep. That's a good thing. For right now, though, let's we'll give people a chance to ask Kaitlan some questions, okay? And then we'll have time for more conversation at the end. All righty.
Kim, I want to ask first something. How have you been working at Woodlane? How long?
I have been at Woodline for almost 4 years now.
Okay.
So, yeah.
It's a good place to work.
It is.
It's like a big old family. Big family.
It is very, very true.
Yes, they got a lot of people there.
We do. Definitely a place that helps out everybody and doesn't even ask questions. If you need something, everybody drops what they're doing and helps out. It's very nice.
That's what my service coordinator does. He helps me.
Yeah.
Ian.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question for Kaitlan.
Sure.
Oh, what are your hobbies or things you like to do in your spare time?
Oh, I'm a pretty avid reader, so I read a lot of books. My husband jokes that I'm probably going to shove him out of the bedroom because I have too many books. So I love to read, and my husband and I really enjoy like playing music and singing together after work. So it's a lot of fun.
Oh, fun.
Because your
You do
husband's
that at
in,
home or do you go?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch
Sorry.
that.
Do you do that at home or do you guys go places to sing or with a group or?
Oh no, you couldn't pay me or get me out to sing in public, so it's definitely at home.
Oh, I got it.
Emily,
That's wonderful.
her husband's a music director at Otsego High School.
I knew that.
Rhonda has a question.
Caitlin, have you ever helped your husband with any of the musicals?
All the time. I feel like even when we started dating, so my nickname around music time is Choir Mom. 'Cause I'm the one sewing up curtains or costumes or putting band-aids on fingers or duct taping things. So yeah, I help out quite a bit, as much as I can anyways.
Well, I'm sure you're a good help.
All right. Did Ryan had a question earlier. I don't know if we have time, Kim. What do you think? We should have. Ryan, do you have any questions you wanted to ask the group?
Yeah.
Caitlin?
No, I'm just. What do you think the score will be?
For
You know?
me, I think the score is going to be kind of high, and I think it's going to be close. I don't know exact numbers, but.
And Neil, what do you think those numbers in your family?
I was looking at the Vegas odds online, and they got the Chiefs winning 24-14 right now. Not looking good for the home team.
Well, guess what?
What's that?
I went to Rossford last night, and I said that I told this guy I'm picking Tampa Bay over the Chiefs because they're a little cocky, though.
Yeah. Brady knows how to win. He doesn't know how to lose, so that's good.
And he's got a few more fingers left to put a ring on.
Yeah. And Kim.
Yes.
Before we end this tonight.
Yes.
Who is on our what do you call that? Guests.
It's Laura Peters. That's what Dennis calls
Laura
her, but
Peters.
it's Peter. Yeah, it's Laura Peterson, but Dennis calls her Laura Peters.
Laura Peter.
And every time you say the name, Dennis, what do? You laugh, don't you?
Yeah, I do. You're right, Kim.
Yeah, you'll be doing a lot of laughing with her next week, won't you?
Yes, I will.
Hey, Emily, did you see anybody today from our WLI?
I don't think so. I don't recall seeing.
Did you see Cat today?
No, I did not.
Okay, because he went over there today.
Did I do this?
We did. Did he go for a shot, do you think?
Yeah.
Hey, well, can you give me all there?
No, I didn't see anybody. I was not over at the vaccine clinic today, though. So.
Oh, okay. I'm just wondering.
Why is this your face? Yeah.
There, here.
Well, all right.
Got it.
Any other questions or comments, anybody?
Well, Emily, since I know we missed your birthday last week, and if we would have known, we would have sung happy birthday to you on the show last Wednesday.
Yeah, I did have a birthday. I had a birthday. Yeah, I know. It's fun. Birthdays are fun.
Her birthday was on Friday. Yes, Chris. Yes.
Why is 100% 5 for Broncos? Go Chiefs!
Go Chiefs.
See my man! Time!
Hey, Emily.
Yeah.
Are you going to be there next time I get my shot?
You know, I don't know, Christy. Do you know what day that is?
Thursday.
Okay, well, I tell you what. If I can always come over and say hi. I'd be happy to do that.
I'm just wondering if you'd be there.
Hey, mine is next Wednesday. Mine next Wednesday.
Mine's the 25th.
Mine's the 10th.
Actually, I will be there, Christy. I'll be there.
At 10 a.m.
Uh-huh. I will be there.
And see me on the 10th, too.
We'll see each other.
All right, Miss Kim.
Well, I want to thank Caitlin for spending some time with us out of your evening today.
Well, thanks for having me.
Caitlin told me she was nervous already today, and I said, it's not that bad. We had some fun.
Right?
Yes,
we have fun, don't we?
Yes,
Dan, you want tomorrow?
Does Caitlin work tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yep, I'll be there tomorrow.
Terry comes to see me. Terry Robinson comes to see me tomorrow morning at the stock car.
Okay, I'll see if I'll let Terry Robinson know, okay?
Aye.
Okay.
All righty.
Okay, then
All right,
you're more than
everybody.
welcome to come back on with us any Wednesday. We're usually on, so we can always email you the link since it got screwed up tonight.
Mhm.
But me and Emily will work on that.
Well, very sorry about that, but thanks everybody for being flexible and
Yep.
You're
shifting
welcome,
gears.
everybody.
We made it work.
Yes.
Yep.
All right.
Thank
Well,
you.
thanks everybody. It's great to see you.
Bye, Emily. See you later.
All right, back down.
Bye
Bye, guys.
bye. See you
See ya
next
later.
time.
Yep.
Bye bye, everybody.
Bye,
Bye.
Emily.